Hi, Christine here. Sorry, kind of disappeared out of camera shot there. I just wanted to talk a little bit about um, uh, holy books for Wiccans, because I've had Christians ask me before if witches have a holy book that is a go-to for. Sorry, earwig keeps falling down. That is a go-to for any, like the Bible is. The Bible's considered a sacred book. The Quran is considered a sacred book. The Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, so those are the guide for those religions that, are involved there. And of course, these, unfortunately, I kind of get involved with the great debate community, and so I've had people try to use this as a point of contention that, yes, they have a holy book, and the fact is that we don't. Wiccans do not. And this is not a point of contention. As much as some of the more argumentative fundamentalist Christians would like to think, and like to tout about, it is not the case for us. We basically, we do have guidelines in Wicca, of course, and we have authors that we like. Some of us, of course, go more Celtic mythology, which Wicca was primarily originated with, as at the modern day, not witchcraft in general. That's been around since way before Christianity ever was, or Judaism. That's kind of been around for as long as humans have been around. But Wicca in itself, there still is not one holy book. And while, yeah, we may refer to Buckland, we refer to Silver Ravenwolf, we refer to Gardner, stuff like that. These are not our holy texts. And the reason why we don't have a specific holy text is because even if we're in a coven, or if we're in a tradition where Oscar, stop eating the plastic. Ignore that. If you're in a set tradition that you've been initiated in and you've achieved whatever degree in it, that's still, that person is an individual. And generally what is considered our usual practice is to keep our own book of shadows, our own personal guide. Most of them, for traditionalists, the book of shadows will of course contain spells and things like that. Some of the newer Wiccans out there, the more solitaries like me, will throw other things into the mix. You will find that many will do things like altered books, which if you look up altered books on YouTube, you can find the most amazing handcrafted work. And that's the thing, is our book of shadows, our holy text, is different for each individual witch out there. And it is a personal work. It is not supposedly a God communicating through a book that we got somewhere to us, per se. But it is our own personal work, and that is where it becomes holy, it becomes powerful for us. Let me put Earwig down here. Hopefully he's gonna, yeah, it's another Drabbit, by the way. He's really cute. He moves just like Dax. Anyway, I have a couple samples here. Now this was one that I happened to find at Goodwill, of all places, for $3. These generally run about 20. This one eventually will become a book of shadows. This is fabric paper, and it's handmade paper. I know the guy that makes these. I'm actually buying my family journal from him which is going to be a massive sized book that I want to write down all my thoughts, write down experiences that my fiance and I have and stuff for future generations. But this one will become another book of shadows for me. And that's one that I usually will write in that with a quill and dragon's blood ink. So I'm dipping the quill in, and that's just the way I prefer to do it. So my current book, actually I had found at Barnes & Noble years ago, and I don't have much in it because unfortunately I'm really, really terrible about this. I should be better about it, but then I don't believe in woulda, shoulda, coulda. I don't believe in doctrine and telling people exactly what they have to do. That is not my thing. But I do keep record of things, and I've used more than dragon's blood. I started using, because if I take this for on break at work or something, and I really want to just get into it, taking a quill and ink is not the best thing to do. But, you know, I'll do, and I'm not showing too much of it, but that one was dragon's blood ink, so it looks like blood when it's on the page. It's just a velveteen book. I really, really liked it. My other two that I do personal workings in, I have two more of these, bought from Barnes & Noble. They were $3 each on sale. I can't make a book for that, you know. So I have two more, and they're both being worked on. I have cards with pictures. I have things glued into them. I have holes punched into them with little shaped hole things. I've got thoughts and ideas being written down. So, Book of Shadows, journaling. Essentially, that's it. And you see this one hasn't even been used. The sticker's still on it. Okay, $4.98. Never mind. That was at Half Price Books. Oh, that's where I got this one too then. You see, I'm so organized here. So yeah, that's... Ooh, I don't want to drop that. That's kind of the thing, though, is it is a personal work, and I want to do an altered book. I want to make something incredible, but I got to get wedding stuff out of the way. I got commissions I got to get out of the way. You know, so time doesn't really necessarily allow me to do that. If I can retire from nursing, that'll be a different story. But as it stands, I do with what I have. And pretty much for any witch out there who happens to be watching this video, that's all you can do. You do with what you got. My collection of stuff, I'm almost 48 years old. I've been at this for quite a while. Stuff has come with me through divorce, like Puka here. This was my kid's toy horse, you know, with her Barbies. Things like that. I mean, my collection of my sacred stuff has been just kind of building over a long time. And yeah, I've put some money into things, and other things I haven't. I have found for free. I have gone out in the woods, stuff like that. This little fence thing I got for free, you know. It's just, you don't have to have it all at once. You don't have to do it all at once. So you utilize what you have. If there's some witches that keep their Book of Shadows, not their journal, their Book of Shadows, their actual working book, which has their things about their gods, tarot cards with special meanings that they write down or even glue in if it's a deck that they don't use. Color swatches of fabric. I mean, I don't know. It's individual with each person. Some have them just in plastic sleeves in a binder that they can take pages out and put them back in as they see fit. Or switch multiple books around and change the order of pages and stuff. The way I do it is a little more permanent. I can't easily do that. But it is individual, and that is our sacred text. Because our faith is personal, and it is about making ourselves a better person overall. It's not about trying to fit what everybody else thinks we should. And yeah, we do have occasional arguments in the Wicca community about, you know, there's some that are traditionalists that are initiated into certain traditions that think solitaries are full of shit. Um, Never mind the fact that in some ways they're solitary too. But we do have our arguments. We have those who are into doctrine and we have those who are not. It's just like any other religion out there. I'm maybe not Islam, I don't know. But I know in Christianity there's some groups that don't even go to church, you know. It is supposed to be about the internal person and the betterment of yourself. And that's what this Book of Shadows does for us in some respects. You could take that concept as a Christian and have it kind of as a journal. You don't have to call it Book of Shadows. We call it that because it's kind of the interior part of ourself. That's that thing that is unseen. Not necessarily the darkness, but it's unseen within us. It's things that are personal to us. And it's hidden. And, you know, in shadow, things are hidden. So you don't have to have it as a Book of Shadows. You could have it as your sacred text, your sacred book, your journal, however. And do the same thing. Write poetry in there, copy down things that you really like, put images in there that you really like, create altered books if you want. And in some ways, that is going to become a sacred text for you as well. It doesn't mean it's usurping your Bible or anything like that, but it's something that you can use to better yourself for your own personal betterment. And, you know, sometimes sharing between religions, practices, and ideas is not necessarily a bad thing. So, no, I'm not trying to convert you. I'm just showing you what it is, what we do, and if you take away something from it that works, all the better, you know. So that's it, and I'm sorry this video is so long. Then again, really I'm not. So you guys have a wonderful day. Blessed be to all of you. Thank you.